class, we will look into environmental management principle. So we understood that environment is damaging, we need some alternate, but a certain rule should be there, that is called principles. If there is no rule, then it will be not functioning well. Environmental management principle is nothing but making a set of rules and guidelines. Three people has to involve in this principle. Who are they? Government, the people and the industry. Now, so these things we will discuss today in detail. Economic, social and environmental decision. If any implementation has to be done, by using this principle, the government will take a decision. Imagine I am giving you a case. If transportation is very high, if the government is taking statistics, there is no possibility of road expansion. We have to allow more vehicles. Now, how much vehicles has to be allocated, sanctioned by the government? When taking this decision, the government has to take e-vehicles as the decision. Why? Because you will be having environmental free approach. Before 15 days, Deputy Chief Minister has given around 50 plus buses. What kind of buses he launched? E-vehicles. Only e-vehicles he launched. Why? Because the government has a principle, environmental management principle, that whatever decision is government taking, it should not deplete the environment. First thing is polluter pays principle. What do you mean by this? Imagine if you are wanting to start any organization, start any company. First thing what you have to do, imagine you are starting a software business, you need an office. If you are registering as a company, Ministry of Corporate Affairs is there. There you have to incorporate. If you are making an application, within 15 days, people from central government will come to your office location and they will check that how your office is being constructed. Or you are having minimum space, minimum requirement of electricity, minimum water. These things they will check. Then only they will give you the company registration ID. Without that, registration ID you will not get. Even after getting registration ID, you have to get license. License is second part. Many hotels are being fined for food poisoning. Have you heard on? Many hotels are being closed because food is not up to the mark or up to the standards. So it affects the people. They stop their restaurant for 15 days. How they are making is polluter pays principle. Who is polluter? The industry is polluter. Now imagine if you are going to a restaurant having some biryanis or chickens. If it is spoiled, then government has to take decision. Government will take decision on whom? Hotel owner, isn't it? He is a polluter. Polluter pays principle. He has to give the compensation for those people. If 15 people are having vomit and diarrhea, who has to pay that? The restaurant owner has to pay. That is called polluter pays principle. If you are taking any decision only, then they will follow the environmental norms. I will tell you another example. This is a event happened in December 2nd and 3rd of 1984, Bhopal gas tragedy. This is a very important event happened in India. There is a gas leakage. In Bhopal, there was a chemical industry called Union Carbide. So they are selling pesticides. When it is running, there was a small leakage in the manufacturing area. Slowly what happened? This pesticide leakage spread around all the places. Around 10,000 people died immediately. Pesticide is a chemical. If you are putting in agriculture, then it will spoil the land. That is one part. Second part is during the process also there comes an environmental pollution. What happened? That company is being fined. By whom? By Supreme Court. Now, here comes the policy. Due to this event, who has to pay? There was an event. 10,000 people killed immediately. Who has to give relief? Either government or this industry. This industry. Who is the polluter here? Industry. That is Union Carbide. So, what Supreme Court has did? In December 2nd and 3rd, this event happened and Supreme Court has ordered that to give 3,927 crore to the government. Why? To serve for the people. So the government has given each and every people who died around 5,000 people died immediately. So for them 10 lakhs is being given. This amount will government bear? No, they will not bear. So they will go to the court and court will get the fine, government will finally get it. So this is called polluter pays principle. So that company is responsible, they have to pay. Second one, write it. User pays principle. So if anything is imparting in the environment, not only the producer has to take care, the users also should pay the amount. Where you are paying for environmental issues, users are, we are users, we are consumers. How you are paying? You are paying through tax. What tax you are paying? So government is supply water for you, isn't it? They are giving you water tax, no? So you are using the road. How user is paying? You are paying road tax, no? Even if you, who uses road? Either you or your vehicle. Vehicle uses the road, not you. So you are a pedestrian. If you buy vehicle, are you having any vehicle tax? Yes, without vehicle tax, they will not allow the, that is called on-road tax, yes. The vehicle has to move out from the showroom, they have to pay tax. That is called user pays principle. So immediately, if you are using road, you have to pay tax. Okay, you are having a land, are you paying land tax? Yes, that is called user pays principle. This is how you have to understand that. Now, if you are using electricity, how does electricity come? Through BESCOM. Are you paying money for them? Yes, that is called user pays principle. All the environmental concerns, user has to pay for long run cost. Toll gates. So are you paying in toll gates? Yes. It is legal or illegal? Toll pay is legal. Why they are asking amount for you? Because they are maintaining the road and infrastructure. If you are going in toll road, you will have water, you will have petrol bunk, you will have all facilities with neat infrastructure. That is why you are paying. It is legal. Why? Because user pays a principle for long cost run. Let us go to point 3. It's called precautionary principle. Precautionary principle acts like, imagine a government is having an option. Have you heard about methane extraction from the earth? Below the earth, what are all the components are there? You have core inside the earth, you have mantle, and that is why you are having a gas. So these gases, when something is under heat, does gas produce? Yes, gas produce. And what happens? These gases, some methane gas are formed inside the earth. So what some organizations are doing is, they are putting a drill, that is deep drill, below the earth around, it might be 150 kilometers, 250 kilometers. I am speaking in kilometers, not in meters. 250 kilometers below the earth, you have this methane gas. It will be stagnated in a particular place. If you are putting any drills, what happens? The gas will leak through that funnel and it comes out. So can you see this fire here? Below that you see some fire. How does this fire comes? This comes from the earth. There is a methane gas leakage in this place. So the government extract methane gas. For what purpose you can use methane gas? You can use it for fuel purpose, LPG, and you can use for vehicles. Okay. If the government is consuming from that, what happens? The nearby land will get this kind of gas leakage. So can you do agriculture in this land? Because of consumption of this kind of harmful activities, we cannot do agriculture, the environment gets spoiled. This is why precautionary principle has to be implemented in any government. If anything is coming to get implemented in any point, the government has to check what? Precautionary approach. So can you see that image? So what does that image say? There is a pipe. He is saying that there is no danger here. So what is coming out from that pipe? It is a methane gas. Some companies or some private organization taking from deep earth called methane gas. He is saying nothing, this is a gas. We will consume it for LPG. We will give your LPG for 200 rupees. He will say. Currently we are getting LPG for 900 rupees. He will say for 200 rupees we will give. This is only useful for you. Like that they will say. But the people and the government will ask that, do you have any pollution in the environment? He will say no. If no, then prove it. You have to prove it. That is called precautionary. If any technical advancement is there, you have to prove that it is precautionary and it does not pollute the environment. So you have to implement. This is called precautionary principle. Then fourth one, write down, principle of responsibility. Who should take responsibility of environmental matters? We cannot put everything on government. Who are the three people? One is industry, one is government, one is people. We are all. Now, who has to take responsibility? If you are implementing methane gas, industry has polluted. If government has signed for only diesel vehicles pollute the environment, then who is responsible? Government is responsible. Now, who is responsible in between these three is principle of responsibility comes for each person. Not only government, not only industry, people. Three people has to take care of the environment. That is why collective hands. Safe, clean and sustainable development for these three actions. Use of these resources not wasted. It is in whose hand? Resources government and industry is providing. If any resources is given, you have to use without waste. That is in people's hand. So people must follow their duties to protect. Yes. Next one is principle of effectiveness and efficiency. There is a circular ball. You imagine, if someone wants to push that, which one will move quickly? Circular ball will move quickly. That is called effectiveness. If you want to do any work, make sure that the system you have to prepare. If you are preparing in circular mode, you can effectively move that. Efficiency is keeping a rectangle box and allowing the same person to move. Will it move quickly? No. This is in whose hand? This is in government's hand. Imagine, in a roadside, constantly in a particular place, the people are throwing the waste. Who is responsible for that? There is no dustbin there. People are constantly throwing a waste in a street side. Now who is responsible for that? People has to put the waste in bins. In your class you will have bin. If always at that particular place there is a dumping, in the sense government has to provide a dumping bin. Currently government is efficient but not effective. This is a responsibility of government. Next one is principle of proportionality. If any invention is happening, those invention should not harm the environment. That is called principle of proportionality. So if you are keep on preserving the environment, we cannot do the development. If you are keep on developing, environment gets affected. So both the things has to be in a right proportion. There should be development, there should be environmental concern. Both should be there in a proper proportion. That is called principle of proportionality. Can you see this image here? There is development happening, all environment is being preserved. Both should come in a same proportion. Environment is keep on depleting, technologies keep on improving. This is not the right proportion. So both has to come in a same proportion, called green with balanced environment between development and protection. This is called infrastructure development. Infrastructure development should be combined with both technology and the environment. Last one, principle of participation. Citizens, person, government and firms has to be imparting in decision making policies. Now, have you heard about Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha is there. Who can attend Gram Sabha? Village people. Is any village people can attend Gram Sabha? Grama. Those people who are there can attend Gram Sabha. There is no limitations. But if you want to sit in parliament, can you sit? No. If you want to sit in Gram Sabha, whoever in that place can sit in that Gram Sabha and you can take a decision. That is why it is called the principle of participation. If something is implementing in the parliament, That is the process of government. People also can participate in that by attending Gram Sabha. How many of them heard that attending Gram Sabha meetings? Has anyone from your class at least heard someone attended Gram Sabha meetings? No. That is why participate. We have to participate. If any improvement is happening in our local place or our hometown, we have to participate in that meeting.